Hey hippies, welcome back. It's Courtney Shavante. I'm back with another banging keychain tutorial, and this mold is from my silicone mold collection, so I'm super excited to bring this to you. Before we get started, make sure you do hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss anything I put out for you guys moving forward. Hey hippies, alright, so what we're going to do to start out is we're going to go ahead and prep our mold and also prep about 20 milliliters of resin. I already have some gold flakes mixed in there. Then I'm adding in some blue mica powder. I'm just mixing that in thoroughly, making sure that I mix it in well, and then I'm dropping some white alcohol ink directly into the mold right before I pour in that resin. You're going to go ahead and pour this mold to fill it, spray some alcohol to pop the bubbles if necessary, and then let this cure. Alright, so once that's cured, you're going to go ahead and just wiggle this from your mold, pull it right on out, and it should come out super smoothly because I made the mold. Alright, so what you're going to do next is you're going to go ahead and prep it so that way we can paint our etchings. So go ahead and just grab your paint brushes, and a little piece of paper just so that way you can put the paint onto. I'm going to be painting the little sponge character over here in a yellow paint, and I'm going to be painting the words in a black paint. You're just going to take your paintbrush and you want to push that acrylic paint into the etchings and make sure the paint is getting into the actual etchings, because that's going to be the area that actually holds the paint for you and everything. Now, if you are going to be using two different colors, I do want you to be mindful of where you are placing the paint, because once you start wiping it, you don't want to accidentally wipe one color into the other. So especially around the edges and everything, you may want to take your time and everything. Even though it will wipe off the smooth area really easily, you don't want it to wipe and mix the colors. So yeah. Now you see me going in here with my black acrylic paint. I'm going to do the same exact thing that I was doing with that yellow paint. I'm going to just carefully push this acrylic paint directly into these etchings and everything. And then after we finish pushing this into the etchings, we're just going to allow this some time to dry. Once your paint has had a chance to dry, what you're going to do is going to take a slightly damp cloth, and then you're just going to go ahead and carefully wipe away the excess paint. Go ahead and spray some alcohol on there as well, and that's going to help loosen up the paint if you spray it directly onto the piece where the paint is. As you can see, I start with one color first, and then after that I kind of switch sides of the towel that I'm working with, and then I start wiping at the other color, and that's how I prevent the colors from mixing when I am wiping away after it's dry. So, you know, pro tip and everything, so that way you guys can use multiple colors when you are filling in your etchings. So yeah, just go ahead and finish this, then we're gonna move on to the next step. Alright, so I was finishing up another project, which you guys have already seen already. I'll make sure that I do link it above if you haven't. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to be adding a doming layer to this keychain. So a doming layer is just a clear layer of resin that's going to seal in any etchings and any inserts or anything like this, create a smooth and shiny surface, so that way your resin piece is going to be shining, 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 shining. Yeah, so that's what we want. Make sure that you don't have it dripping and you are on an even surface as well, so that way you are able to make sure that it doesn't like kind of drip off to one side. You also want to pay special attention to the edges and make sure you have enough resin to actually cover the edges of it as well. Once you have it covered, go ahead and spray a little alcohol if necessary to pop any excess bubbles, then allow that to cure completely. Alright, so once that's cured, what you're going to do is you're just going to flip this over, take your E6000 glue, and you're just going to add the glue onto the back of this glue on bail, and then from there attach it onto your keychain. You want to allow this 24 hours to dry before you mess with it. At least that's what the packaging says. Once everything is nice and dry and the glue on bail is nice and secure, you're going to want to go ahead and add on a jump ring and a key ring, so that way it can be a key chain. See how that works there? Go ahead and close it up using your pliers, and ta-da! This right here is our finished project, hippies. I think this keychain is absolutely fabulous, if I do say so myself. I really love the cute little hang on. Excuse me. I love the cute little saying on here. I love how this little blue color looks. Let's check that out right quick first. Yes, I love how that blue looks with that foil, for one. But I love the saying on here because, look, if you know, you know. I know y'all done had people begging you for a hug before, like, and this is like literally how I feel every single time. So why not put it on a keychain, right? Here we are. All right, so yeah, here we got our little alcohol ink and how that looks up against the resin. I love using the two different colors of the acrylic paints, and I'm just really feeling this whole little concept here. If you are liking this keychain and this design as much as I am, make sure you leave me a like, a thumbs up, and a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for your support, and until next time, hippies, XO. Mwah. Catch you later.